Hello everyone, Josh first back at it again, bringing you guys some more Digimon ReArise, and today we're finally going to be talking about plugins. Oh boy, I know a lot of you have been asking and been waiting for this video. I've just been trying to make the time for it because there's a lot to cover. I'm going to try and get through it as quick as possible so it's not that long of a video, but no promises. So here we go. So the first thing you want to know is how do you level up plugins, what they're for, where do you put them, and all that good stuff. So let's first go down to our plugin menu, which you can find in the lobby at the very bottom of your screen. All right, so we have equip plugins, we have plugin upgrade and evolve, we have sell plugins, and we have plugins. Now, the first thing I want to talk about in this menu is the sell plugins. So this is a good secondary way to get bits if you just need a few thousand. Now, this is not a main way that I would suggest getting your bits because you want to make sure you always have enough plugin fodder so you can feed into your other plugins and build them up so you can make your Digimon stronger. So this is not a method that I would recommend using as a primary way to get bits. But if you need a few thousand here and there, it's not bad because you can sell these bronze bits for 1,000 each. I'm sorry, you can sell these bronze plugins for 1,000 bits each, which is not bad. And you can sell up to 10 at a time, and there you go. But again, I would not recommend doing that. And another thing is, I would not sell any of your silver plugins unless you have so many gold plugins that you're overwhelmed. Like you have way too many gold plugins and you don't have any silver ones. But silver ones are very useful because the silver plugins can, they're a good way to basically re-roll in a way for substats that you're looking for particular Digimon to kind of, build them up for certain types of content that you're trying to beat. So the silver ones are a lot easier to obtain than the gold ones. So it is good to hang on to your silver plugins for quite a long time. I would say several months even, because it's not going to be easy to get gold plugins constantly, especially ones that have the proper substats that you're looking for. So keep that in mind as well. But again, if you whale out or if you've played for a long time and you have an abundance of silver ones that just aren't useful to you, you can go ahead and sell those as well. And I believe those are for 2,000 each. I'm sorry, 3,000 each. No, it is 2,000. All right. So there you guys have it. That's how you do the whole sell plugin thing. And then if we go to our plugin panel, it'll just show you the list of all the plugins that you currently own, the ones that you have locked, unlocked, etc., which is very nice. You can, change the filters to go by newest grade, HP, defense, or attack, unique defense, attack, just all these different things, brave only, calm only, which we will be talking about the personalities in a moment. Locked, unlocked, stuff like that. So if you just want to make your viewing a little bit easier, you can change around your filters to get to where you want it to be, to easily find things that you're trying to look at. All right, now we have the plugin upgrade and evolve. Now this is where you're going to be selecting your plugin that you want to upgrade and evolve. You're going to be using your fodder. Bronze plugins are fodder. This is what you're going to be using for your EXP, and I will be talking about the best place to farm those in story as well, and other areas that you can get those from. So let's just go ahead and go to choose from Digimon. Now the choose from Digimon is a very convenient little quality of life type of thing that just lets you quickly grab a Digimon that you already have plugins equipped to, and then select those plugins and then upgrade them that way. So it's just a little quality of life, so you can always keep track of which Digimon are attached to certain plugins. You can also see that by looking on the right side of all your plugins. If they're equipped to a Digimon, they'll have the little Digimon icon next to them, so that's also pretty helpful as well. So if we go to choose from Digimon, let's just go ahead and select our Boltmon. All right, let's just check our Boltmon out, and we'll see that we got some things going on here. We can go in and just grab one of these plugins, and then when you're here, you'll notice that the plugin is called Havoc A Brave. If it says a Digimon personality in parentheses, that means that only that type of personality can be equipped with that plugin. So I cannot put a red Brave plugin on a green devoted Digimon because it won't let me, because that's a devoted Digimon, not a brave Digimon, and this is personality required. So that's how you do that. So if you see ones that say deft, you can only put it on purple Digimon. If it says devoted, only green. If it says tenacious, only yellow. If it says brave, only red. And if it says calm, only blue. So hopefully that makes sense to a lot of you. Now, you can either click the empty spots and just go in here and select your fodder, manually, or you can just click select recommended, which it will always select the bronze or lower. It will not select any of your silvers or higher, which is nice. Or you can just do it from here and just click select recommended, and it'll just pick those up. There you go. And then you just go ahead and click upgrade. It'll tell you what's all being upgraded. It'll say the plugin level is going up from +0 to +1. The power is going up from +6 to +8. And the pinpoint rate is not going up at all because the actual secondary stat does not go up until you evolve. The secondary stats only go up when you evolve. So, and then it'll tell you the cost of bits that you're going to be using. You're going to do that, and then boom, you now have a +1 1-star plugin. Now, plugins can go up to 5 stars and +5. I like to classify it as an evolution level and an enhance level. So the plus number would be your enhance, the stars would be your evolution. So you go up to 5-star, like say you're upgrading a gold plugin, you'd go up to a 5-star evolution and +5 enhance. That means you had to enhance it quite a bit of times. So if you start from 1 star, you'd have to enhance it 5 times, and then you can evolve, enhance 5 times again, evolve, until you're completely maxed it out. So it's going to take 5 enhances per each evolution. So as you guys can see that we just made that a +1, we would have to make that a +5 before we can evolve that to a 2-star. So hopefully so far you guys are with me and everything's making sense. So that is plugin upgrade and evolving. And now we have equip plugins. This is where we're going to start talking a little bit about what type of equipment you might be looking for certain types of Digimon. So a good example, we're just going to go ahead and grab WarGreymon. Now you can see my WarGreymon has 5 pieces of gold equipment and only 1 piece of silver. So I still got to replace that. And you'll also notice that there are 6 different plugin slots. The number 6 plugin spot can only be unlocked if your Digimon's bond is at 99. We've talked about this in other videos, but I just want to kind of rehash that since this is a plugin video. So you want to make sure that 6 slot is unlocked at some point before you try to take these Digimon into like PvP, because you want to make sure your Digimon are as strong as you possibly can make them. So keep that in mind. Slots number 1 and 4 are attack plugins. 2 and 5 are going to be defense plugins, and 3 and 6 are speed plugins. Okay, so again, keep those 3 things in mind. There's 3 different types of plugins: speed, defense, and attack. And on top of that, you have some plugins that are Digimon exclusive. That doesn't mean that they have to be on that Digimon, but if you put it on that Digimon, they receive bonus stats. So let's take a minute to look at this one here. I believe this is one of the first plugins you're going to get from the game for free that is a gold plugin. Well, it's technically a rainbow plugin. So the rainbow plugin is saying if you equip this to Filemon, you're going to be getting power plus 682 right now in 804 because of it, being the target Digimon. But if we just put this on a normal Brave Digimon, the stats go all the way down to 259 and 404. So you see there's a nice big buff that you get when you put a rainbow plugin on the proper Digimon that it's asking for. They get a nice big buff out of it. Otherwise, you're just going to get the base stats, which is still pretty good. And again, if you see a personality in parentheses in the title of the plugin, you know that that is the type of Digimon that you have to equip it to. So this can be equipped to only Brave type Digimon, and it is an attack one, so it can only go in the first 2 slots, as we already mentioned, slot 1 and 4. And that's pretty much with that, okay? So hopefully everyone's caught up so far. Now, another thing we want to look at is we want to look at different types of stats. So you can see here on my available speed plugins that I have some that are skill lock resistance plus 7%. We have error resistance plus 7%. We've got poison resistance, stun resistance. And you're just thinking, okay, what do I really need for the type of content that I'm working on for my particular Digimon? So let's say that we're still farming WarGreymon, okay? We're still farming WarGreymon, and he does a lot of stunning. So we'd probably want to equip a stun resist plus 7%. we'd want to equip that one to our Digimon. Maybe we're fighting Metal Garurumon, so we want to find one that has freeze resist. We'd throw that on there. So that's some good options that you can throw on certain types of Digimon. They can, of course, level that up and get that as high as possible. Now, if it doesn't have a secondary skill, that's going to be the only skill that's going to get upgraded, opposed to skills like this over here. Let me find one. I don't know if I have one equipped to my Wargreymon. Let me see. Yes, I do. I'm dumb. See, this one right here, we have power and HP. That power will continuously go up through enhancement and evolution, while the HP only goes up through evolution. Because remember, guys, the second number goes up only when you evolve. So you want to keep that all in mind. We have another one up here that's also for Filemon, where he has defense and HP. I believe Filemon actually has 6 pieces of rainbow gear in total when all is said and done, when you do all the various tasks and missions and different content. And there's also, spoiler alert, on JP, Wargreymon right here also gets 6 plugins for Rainbow as well. So he's going to be a monster later in the game when you can get all 6 of his Rainbow plugins. But I don't know when they're going to drop all those. But hopefully you guys get the idea. Now, when you have the proper gear set up and, put on your Digimon, if you look over here to the left side, if you look in the parentheses, it'll show you the gear increases that you're getting. The plugin increases from parentheses. Like for HP, we're getting 504 from gear right now. Power, we're getting 652. Defense, we're getting 12. We're getting nothing from speed right now. And our effects we're getting from our gear is plus 33% pinpoint rate and plus 24% counter rate. And this is from our various plugins that we have. Now, in Wargreymon, Wargreymon case, we would probably want to have really high counter rate, high power, and high crit rate. So if you can get those 3 things, or at least 2 of those 3 things for a strong single target DPS such as Wargreymon, that's going to be very good for him. Some Digimon, you're going to want to try and build more speed. Some Digimon, you're going to build more defense and HP or even block rate, especially if they're like more of I guess you could say a glass cannon. You want to try and make them a little bit more tanky. So you'd want to try and get them like really high defense, block rate, and HP, et cetera, et cetera. So there's definitely some things that you want to work out, depending on what your type of team is, your synergy, what kind of content you're trying to build, or try and beat rather. You're going to want to try and mix and match some, plugins to make your Digimon be able to handle whatever kind of obstacle you're trying to overcome, or try to get the most bang for your buck out of that Digimon. So again, an easy one is, Wargreymon. You want him to do as much damage as physically possible. So, you want to get his counter rate up, you want to get his crit rate up, you want to get his power up. Unfortunately, I don't have the plugins to do all that right now, but if you get some plugins like that, boom, Wargreymon is a good candidate for stats like that. So just some things to kind of, work around there. You also can see the actual plugin stats when you select them in the very bottom left for the ones that are equipped, which I completely forgot to tell you guys about. I'm sure a lot of you already saw that though. So there you go. And that's pretty much when it comes to what plugins are, what they do, how you upgrade them, how you sell them, how do you look at them, view their information, stuff like that. But now we want to talk quickly about where do you get them from. Okay, so there are a few different ways. Obviously, there's going to be events that are going to be coming later in the game where you can get plugins that, we don't have yet. There's also some various shops that you can get plugins. So one of the shops available right now that we can get plugins from is the actual Clash Battle Shop. And I recommend buying all gold plugins from the Clash Battle. So make sure you're farming your Clash Battles to get at least 2,100 CB medals right now to get the 7 that are available. And I will show you the 7 that are available real quick. So we have the green devoted one. We have a red brave one for Rise Greymon. We also have, and I don't know why I keep saying gold plugins. I keep meaning to say rainbow. If they have a Digimon featured on it, it's a rainbow, guys. I apologize. I just have a bad habit of just calling them gold, but they're actually rainbow. You have gold, and then you have rainbow. You have silver and bronze. There we go, guys. Whew! I'm having a brain fart. Sorry, I do apologize. So we have the blue calm rainbow one for Pandamon. Rise Greymon here has a rainbow brave one as well for red. And then you have green, you got yellow, and you got a purple. And we also have, of course, the green over here. For some reason, I don't know why we got 2 greens to start out, but I guess Green is taking over, man. I don't know. But I would recommend buying all 7 of them. And if you are big PvP players right now, you're going to want the Panda one. And the reason why you're going to want the Panda one is because it's actually giving you speed. You can actually get speed. It's got speed on the second stat, which of course you can only upgrade through evolution. But that speed can really decide win or lose in PvP right now, where a lot of people are going first turn if they're using their high Angemon, or maybe they're doing some kind of AoE debuff like stun, shock, or paralysis, and they just, they take 2 or 3 of your Digimon out because of that early game. You don't want that to happen. So you're definitely going to want some speed on your team, because speed in PvP is added up collectively through all your Digimon. So you want to try and get as much speed out of your team as possible, so you can win that speed battle on the first turn, so you can try and lock some of your opponent's Digimon down, or, buff your defenses up with like a Mamimon or Hyengermon. So yeah, so getting that Rainbow Pandamon is probably the best one available right now for PvP, but I would still recommend getting all of these, because these are still really good. Even if you're not equipping them to their desired Digimon to get the bonus stats, they're still phenomenal to pick up. And you get them for free from just doing Clash Battle. So I'd highly recommend doing that. And again, I do apologize again for calling some of the Rainbow ones gold. It's just a bad habit. But yeah, guys, there are gold and there are rainbow. They're 2 different things. So I do apologize. You can also buy bronze ones. You can buy bronze speed. I believe speed. Are these all just attack? And I'm trying to remember which ones you all were. So this one's speed. This one was attack, and then this one's defense. I was like having a brain fart for some reason. I just can't think today, guys. Too much to talk about. So yes, you can buy 10 of all 3 there. So there you go. You can buy 10 attack, plug in bronzes for fodder. You can buy 10 defense, and you can buy 10 speed. And I believe that's going to cost you about a 3,000 if you bought all 30. I don't recommend doing these though. These are one way to buy them if you really need fodder right now, but I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it, because I'm pretty sure this is 100 each, right? Let me just buy one just for demonstration. Yeah, it's 100 each. So if you bought 10, it'd be a whopping 1,000. I don't think you guys want to do that, because that is 3,000 for 30. It's just not worth it. Don't do it. Better yet, there's a better place to get those from. And this is going to be in Story Act 4 and Stage 7. And thank you, Aria, one of our Discord members, for pointing this out. Very good observation. So if we actually go down to Quest, I'll show you why this is the best place to go. 5.9 is also pretty decent. If you're looking to just get hopefully for a 1 more additional drop, but with the drop rates being pretty low and stuff like that, I don't think it's really worth it for 5.9. Not to mention the Digimon's going to be a little bit stronger, and it's going to cost 1 more additional stamina, so it might not be worth doing that. But it is another good option. So 5.9 and 4.7 are good, but 4.7 in my opinion is the best one, and we're going to talk about why. Let me go ahead and go down to Act 4. Let me go to 7. So 4.7. And why is this one good? We're going to go over here to the details, and you're going to notice this does not drop food, and it does not drop bits. So you're only going to get the level 2 training materials, or you're going to get plugins. That's the only thing you can have drop. And it drops all 3 plugins: attack, speed, and defense. So you're getting all of that. You are going to be fighting, I believe, 6 enemies. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's 6. I think it's 2, 2, and 3, or 3, 3. I can't remember. It was 6 or 7 or something like that. Let's actually just do a run, because I can't remember. Let me just do a quick run. We'll show you. We'll show you. All right, let's do this. Yeah, it's 2 waves of 3, so it was 6. And on 5.9, I believe it's 7. So you're gaining 1, because I believe 5.9 has 3 waves, and it's 2, 2, 3. That's what it was. So wave, I'm sorry, Act 4.7 will be 3 and 3 for 6 potential enemies for 6 potential drops. Whereas On 5.9, you have 7 potential drops, and that's not including your bonuses, obviously. However, you're going to be spending 1 more stamina, and the Digimon will be a little bit stronger. So 5.9 will be a little bit longer of a run. It might only be seconds to some of you, might be a minute for some of you, who knows. But you're going to be spending 1 more stamina for 1 more potential drop. So over the course of, I don't say, several hundred runs, you're going to be getting way more opportunities to get more drops on 4.7 than you will at 5.9 because of that 1 less stamina, even though you have 1 less potential drop. So if that makes sense to some of you, that's why I personally feel 4.7 is better. But both of them are pretty good. You can't go wrong with either. But 4.7, I feel over the course of in the long term, it's just going to be better overall, and it's going to be faster, so it's going to be more efficient. And as you can see there, we have we got 2 gear plug-in drops and only 1 training material, and that's the only things that can drop. So you don't got to worry about having any of your drops be bits. You don't have to worry about any of your drops being food. So 4.7, in my personal opinion, is the best way to go. 5.9 is the second best option. But both those are the only options, to be honest, because neither one will drop food or bits, and they drop all 3 plugins, and they have at least 6 or more enemies to fight for potential drops on top of your bonuses. So there you guys go. That is the best place to farm up fodder EXP. But this still isn't the only ways you can get plugins, guys. There's still more ways. Like those info commercials, they always tell you, but there's more. All right. So if you go to the Underworld, which I don't bother doing very much of, I might start doing some more in a little while here. You'll notice that there's some plugins you can grab from here as well. So on floor 3, you can grab a rainbow plugin. On floor 8, you can grab a gold plugin. Floor 13, you can grab another rainbow plugin. Both are going to be for Filemon. And on floor 18, you can grab another gold plugin. And if we just keep going down, you can find another one here. Level 23, rainbow. Level 28, you have a gold. Just keep going. Level 33, you have another rainbow. Oh, is that the last one? Nope. Level 43, we have a rainbow as well. And floor 47, we have a gold. And that is it. So you have several more gold and rainbows plugins that you can pick up through Underworld if you complete Underworld, or depending on how far you are through it. So you have all those options. And then on top of the events that we haven't had yet, and they might even add some to PvP Shop in the future as well. But another good way to get at least silver plugins is through the friend summon banner. So if we go down to summons, and this will be the last thing that we need to talk about in today's video. And I do apologize, it's so long, and I sound tired. I really am tired, so I do apologize. It's been a very long day. But if we go all the way down here to the social point plugin summons, you can see here that we can actually summon 4 plugins with 200 social points. So instead of choosing to go for stamina, maybe if you're in mid to late game right now and you really don't need too many training materials, maybe you're looking pretty good on bits right now because your Digimon, your core team is already invested into, so you don't need to really burn social points for stamina. You can go ahead and start working on your plugins now to bolster your team even further. So in here, we're going to go ahead and actually do a couple multi-summons for you guys in today's video. So a little woohoo, special summons, yeah. Okay, it's not that exciting, but hey, we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and do, I think, 3 multis. Hopefully we can get something good. This is a good way to get fodder, a good way to get silver plugins, and all that good stuff. And again, silver plugins are very good, and they probably will be good for a long time until a lot of you just completely have tons of gold and rainbow plugins all over the place, and you're just not needing silvers anymore. But silvers are a good way to pretty much roll for specific stats that you may be looking for. Since golds are a lot harder to come by, you can't really do that. Now you see here on our first multi, we got completely shafted, so this is all fodder. Now, another thing I did not talk about is the higher the star level is on the fodder, the more fodder EXP you're going to get for your gear. So I forgot to mention that earlier in the video, but now that I just randomly thought of it, there we go. Again, guys, I told you there's so much information involving gear, aka plugins, that this was going to be a long video, even though I'm trying to make it as short as possible. All right, so let's go ahead and do another multi. Like I said, we're going to do 3 of them. And this is also why you don't want to buy all those fodder plugins from the actual raid shop, because that's 3,000 medals for 30 when you can just come in here with 600 and get 30 fodder if you want anyways. Plus you have 4-7 and 5-9 of story to farm, which is going to be good as well. So there you go. We're going to go ahead and just skip this one too. It's taking a minute to load for some reason. And so we got shafted again. At least we're getting some good fodder. We're getting a few 3-star bronzes in here that we can throw down for fodder. Let's do our last multi. Let's see if we can, you know, third time's the charm, right? Third time's the charm. Uh-oh. Come on, game. All right, we'll actually let this one go through. We'll see if we get lucky. Let's see. Come on. Gold. I see it, gold. Hallelujah. That means it's going to be a silver plugin. Very excited for that. So third time was a charm. Third time was a charm. And I like this animation too. It's pretty cool. Boom. So we got a defense.
Oh, you must like me.
Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. So there you guys have it. That's how you get your free fodder. I guess you couldn't say it's technically not free, but it kind of is free if you think about it. So we did get a defensive plugin. Very cool. I'll lock that up. Defense +6. Sadly, it doesn't have a secondary substat, but what are you going to do? It's better than nothing, right? Especially early game. Now, the final way that you can summon for plugins is they'll usually have plugin banners. This one is devoted only. This one's tenacious only, deft only, calm only, brave only. And these are going to be 100 rubies per multi. The drop rates for these are going to be 4.6% for a gold. That's pretty much it. So, and you could see here all the different percentages and stuff like that if you guys really want to look into all that. So, I mean, there you have it. 4.6% for a gold. So, that'll be that. And I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Hopefully I covered everything that I needed to. If you guys have any further questions, let me know. If you're confused about anything, let me know in the comment section below. You can also hit me up in the Discord description below, where we have a lot of active members that can assist you as well. And I hope you all have a wonderful day wherever you are. Until next time, don't forget to like the video if you did. Comment below. Again, sorry if I stumbled on a few things. It's been a long day. But I wanted to make sure I got this video out for you guys because I know a lot of you have been asking about it. So here we are. Hopefully I covered everything. Until next time, peace.